Hello, welcome to another Dominion 6 Mod Nation showcase. Today we're taking a look at Late Age Phobos, the Dome Cold. It's obviously based on the Doom games, more specifically Doom 1, 2, 64, 3, and Doom from 2016. I made it before Doom Eternal was a thing, and I do not really want to update it because it already has a lot of stuff going on here. And to be honest, this is one of my least favorite nations that I made, but still, let's take a look at it for completion's sake. The starting site is a Gore Nest, produce 4 Blood Slaves per turn and 2 Fire Gems. The units, we have some humanoid undead troops and some demons. Obviously I had to take a lot of creative liberties here. Soulless Cultist is basically a militia with 4 amphibian, cold resistant, poison resistant, undead, inanimate, need not eat and never heals. That's a recruitable Soulless. Soulless Crusader is a swordsman that's undead. The Maggot, that's a monster from Doom 3, has 2 attacks, a claw and a pincer, that is an armor-piercing attack. That's a demon that doesn't need to eat and has total dark vision. Innate protection is quite poor, hit points and strength are higher than normal, and so is attack and magic resistance. Demon, the Pinky Demon, has a bite. It's strong, it has lots of HP, well, strong compared to a human. It's a demon with Berserker and Dark Vision. The Hellraiser is a monster from Doom 2016. Has a claw and a Hell Blast attack, that's a single shot, armor piercing, throwing fire blast. It has fire resistance and siege bonus. The Imp obviously has claws, that's 2 attacks, not 1, and throw flames. Fire resistance, demon, and the stats are slightly better than that of a normal human. The Hell Knight is a size 5 demon with slightly higher protection but still nothing to write home about, high strength, lots of hit points, a single claw attack and a throw hellfire attack that deals fire, magic, armor piercing damage. This one does not cost fatigue points but instead has ammunition. It's a demon. The Mancubus, no more than 5 per turn can be recruited, is another size 5 demon that costs a lot, and it's basically a salamander. It has a fire flame that deals an area of effect fire damage like a salamander and a fist, and has fire resistance. The Soulless Zealot is a recruitable anywhere sacred. That's a flagellant, an undead flagellant, and that's it. The Nightmare Imp is a capital only sacred that has claws, throw flames, and fire resistance. It's just an imp but with better stats overall. You may notice that there is a distinct problem for protection in late age. That's not good. The commanders. First up we have the Prowler. That's a monster from Doom 2016 that can only be played in multiplayer. 2 claw attacks, a bite, fire resistant, stealthy, and assassin that can climb on walls. Then we have the Wraith. That's a normal scout with claws and dark power and spirit sight. And 3 bow slots? What? What's up with that? Ah, that's probably some bug when I was converting it from DOM 5 to DOM 6. I'll fix it, because that's something very, very wrong. Soulless Captain is a normal indie commander that is undead. The Baron of Hell is a good commander with Claw, Throw Hellfire, Fire 2 and a guaranteed Fire, Air, Death or Blood magic. And they are pretty tough, to be honest. The Summoner has a retinue of 3 Unwillings, basically soulless. Has a Fire Flare attack, just like the Salamander or the Mancubus, and a Claw. Fire 1, Death 1, Holy 2, guaranteed Fire, Death, Blood, and a rare Fire, Death, Blood. It's sacred, fire resistant, it's a floater, without a food slot. Demon, blind, master ritualist 1. And summon allies. It can be ordered to summon more unwillings. Those are monsters from Doom 2016. The Arachnotron is a spider without any mechanical legs. It has a bite and throw hellfire. Fire 2, Air 1, a guaranteed Fire Air Astral random and a 20% Fire Air Astral random. Slots are fine. The Sabaoth is loosely based on the boss from Doom 3. Blood 2, Holy 1, guaranteed Fire Air Astral Nature Blood and a 20% Fire Air Astral Nature Blood. The Archvile, your favorite, has Fire 2, Blood 1, Holy 2, guaranteed Water Blood and rare Water Blood. Fire resistance, need not eat, Demon, Fire Shield, Dark Vision, Healer, and Reanimator Priest. It can reanimate zombies. And the recruitable cap only slow to recruit mage is Spider Mastermind. That's a combination of the Beholder and Spider sprites from Might and Magic 7. Fire 3, Air 1, Astral 2, guaranteed Fire Air Astral and 20% Fire Air Astral. I guess this nation actually has some very good mages for late age, so maybe that will compensate for the lack of armor. And now let's take a look at all the different summons, and there's a lot of them. Wait, what? Ah, right, it's a late age nation. I'm a dumbass. And let's start from the weakest ones. In Blood 0, you have the Demonic Pest spell. That's a Blood 1 spell for 1 slave. You summon 13 ticks or trites in combat. That's a tick with a tiny bite and very poor stats. You may remember them from Doom 3. And trites. Slightly better, still, from Doom 3. In Blood 1, you can cast Call Lost Souls. That's a Blood 1 spell. For 1 slave, you summon 16 Lost Souls in combat. They have a bite attack, fire resistance, and they are flyers. But their stats overall are quite poor. Also in Blood 1, you get Vulgar Summoning. That's a Blood 2 spell. For 6 slaves, you summon 4 Vulgars. These are monsters from Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil. They have claws and throw hellfire. Basically, they are upgraded imps. They are imps, but better. In Blood 2, you get the spell called Summon Spectres. That's a Blood 2 spell. For 12 slaves, you summon 4 specters. Specters are just like the normal demons, but they have stealthy and ethereal and spirit form and spirit side. Then in Blood 2 you can summon a Pain Elemental. That's a Blood 2 spell. For 5 slaves you summon 1 Pain Elemental Commander. It can bite, has spirit side, it's a flyer, and it constantly spawns lost souls in combat. Just like in the game. Blood 3. You have the Summon Cacodemons spell. That's a Blood 2 spell. For 14 slaves you summon 4 Cacos. They have a bite attack, they have throw flames, fire resistance, flying, and they actually have decent stats. Size 4, strength 15, 19 hit points. Also in Blood 3 you can summon Nightmare Specters. That's a Blood 3 spell. For 15 slaves you summon 4 Nightmare Specters. That's exactly like the normal specters, but higher stats, and they are sacred. And now I realize that I missed one monster. There is actually a Spectral Cacodemon in the PlayStation version of Doom, and it's nowhere to be found in this mod. Oh well. Okay, Blood 4. You have Demonic Recycle. That's a Blood 2 spell. For 20 slaves you get 4 Revenants. Revenants have a plate cuirass, you know, this rocket launcher harness. 2 throw flame attacks, a fist. You know, they punch quite hard. And they have pierce resistance, and they are undead demons. 2 at once. And they can go underwater. In Blood 4 you can also summon Mancubi, the same Mancubi that you can recruit. That's a Blood 2 Fire 1 spell. For 14 slaves you summon 2 Mancubi, and they are accompanied by 12 cherubs. I mean, cherubim is a proper plural. They're small, they fly, they claw attacks, and they are very, very creepy. Blood 5. You can construct Golem Mancubi. That's a Blood 3 Death 3 spell. For 12 slaves you can summon 2 Golem Mancubi. They are based on the Cyber Mancubus monster from Doom 2016. They have a Banefire Strike at area attack. That's very strong. In Blood 6, you get the Summon Hellguard spell. That's a Blood 5 spell. For 45 slaves, you summon 1 Hellguard Commander. That's one of the bosses from Doom 2016. It's a great collab, it's huge, has high, very high protection, lots of hit points, and 3 bow slots. I'll have to fix it. So I have to fix the Wraith and the Hellguard. Each bonus 20, by the way. In Blood 7 you can summon a Guardian of Hell. That's a Blood 6 spell. For 48 slaves you summon 1 Guardian of Hell. That's one of the bosses from Doom 3. Has Dark Vision, it's a demon, it can trample, it has a hit aura, fire resistance, and fear 7. His fist bite. It's huge, it has lots of hit points, strength 30, and it's based on the Dagon. And finally in Blood 9 you get the Construct Golem Demon. For 60 slaves you summon a Cyber Demon, who has a fist, a Shatter Fist, and a Dragon Fire, and fire resistance. Yet again, lots of hit points, huge size, high protection, high strength, but low attack and defense skills. But do you really need them? You also have some heroes. First, you have 2 identical heroes, the Bruisers. The Bruisers are just like the Barons of Hell, and probably uh, slightly higher stats. Actually, don't remember the difference. Maybe this is just a free Baron of Hell. And there are two of them. They are basically they represent those two barons you fight in E1M8. Then you have a multi-hero, the Harvester. That's another demon that is multiplayer only in Doom 2016. This is a Fire 1 Blood 4 mage with floating, Blood Searcher, and it generates 1 Blood Slave per turn. It has a life drain and throw Hellfire attack. And you have the Hunters. You may remember them from Doom 3, The Resurrection of Evil. First up, the Helltime Hunter. Has claws, throw Hellfire, hit 3, floating, reinvigoration 5, and I think he autocasts Quicken Self at the start of the combat. The Berserk Hunter. That's just a commander with Berserker. That's probably the worst one. And the Invulnerability Hunter has 2 Thunder Fist attacks, Invulnerable 15, and Shock Resistance. That's another basically free commander with no magic. And let's take a look at the pretenders. The Icon of Sin. When I was a kid, I really thought that the Icon of Sin is supposed to represent this skull of a huge demon that is just lies like this, and it's chained, bound to some other more maybe the demon lord or something. I had a lot of imagination when I was a kid. It's an immobile pretender, and it has a head slot because there is a Romero's head inside. It's a blood 3 pretender with fear, pierce resistance, fire resistance, cold resistance, poison resistance, undead, demon, inept smith, innate spellcaster, unteleportable, and dominion monster summoner. It automatically summons weak demons like imps, lost souls, ticks, strides, normal demons, and it also summons them in combat. Then who else do we have? The Maledict has a retinue of 1d6 Forgotten Ones. That's basically a Lost Souls but with an additional Gore attack. That's a Blood 2 Pretender with Fear, Demon. Basically that's something like a Dragon Demon but without a Breath attack, and it has a weak bite because it bites with the Betrugger head that's on its tongue. And we also have the Mother Demon. That's a boss from Doom 2060, Doom 64. That's a Nature 1 Blood 2 mage with 2 Magic Claws attack, Tier 10, Flying, Healer, and all the Monster Pretender stuff. And I think that's it. So this nation actually saw some multiplayer play in Dominions 5 or maybe 4, I don't even remember. I did not receive any feedback, but oh well. Maybe I will receive some in Dominion 6, who knows. Apparently, lots of people play single player with most nations. I do not play single player at all. So I'll have to fix a couple of bugs here, and thank you for watching. I will see you next time.